Hello.
Beth,
Yes.
Beth, my name's Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space in Chattanooga. Wanted to talk lease terms with you.
What you looking for?
Coin Laundromat here. Got your
Yes.
got your number from another tenant.
Yeah. That property is under contract to sell, so I can't the I can't lease it.
Okay. So my interest, I get that. I understand that. I own some commercial space myself. My intrigue currently, we are leasing laundromat space. That's what I do. I do coin laundries. And
Uh-huh.
it being under contract to sell, that's a good thing. Hopefully the sale goes through. We all know that nothing is pudding until it's firmed up. At the end of the day, I'm interested in leasing the laundry space. We scout existing stores. We reach out to the landlord. We want to see when there's availability for a lease. Then we retool them. We put new equipment in. And, this isn't the worst laundromat I've seen. It's far from the best. I don't know whether or not they are in good standing, have a phenomenal lease, they pay on time, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. At the end of the day, if and when the place sells, I want to, throw our hat in the ring, if you will, talk to the potential new operators and the new landlord about becoming a better mousetrap, if you will, if they want to keep a laundry here. But I understand when it's in flux that not much new business is going to be done. They might not want the laundry there at all.
Yeah, it's my understanding they're going to redevelop it. I don't know if they're even going to leave that building there. They may or may not. I don't know. But my I'll be glad to take your name and number and pass
Thank
it
you.
along.
I appreciate
And what
that.
was
Danny
I'm sorry, what was Danny?
D'Angelo. You can just put me in your phone under the laundromat guy. Been doing
Okay.
been doing this 16 years in 3 states. My cell phone is the number you're looking at,
Okay.
and
All right.
I'll take your email address too. I'll send you an email. Who knows if they keep the laundry here, we will be interested. What's the best email address?
It's
Got it. Perfect. I'm Danny. My partner's name is Mr. Sapp. I'll send you an email and let us know. And the other thing, who knows, if you run into an underperforming laundry, Beth, give us a holler and we'll try to beat you up on the rent and retool it.
okay. Do you purchase laundromats as well or
Great,
no?
great question. No, I see that as a real error in judgment because we do this. I've taken over so many stores with a non-hostile lease negotiation. It doesn't make sense to buy them, not really at any price. Your
Okay.
uh, your tenant in this store has been trying to sell it for some time for 300 grand, and as it turns out, they're probably going to level the building. So imagine if I'd have bought that place where I'd be. No thanks.
Yeah, they're on a month-to-month lease, and not that they're a bad tenant, just when you were going to repurpose that building.
Yeah, yeah. None of it makes sense. You and I get it. Here's a guy trying to sell a dirty lollipop that was under the couch for 50 cents, and you're going, I'm not really interested. Thanks very much. And here's a guy trying to sell a business for 300K, no lease, and chances are the building is going to be pushed underground by bulldozers. Go
Yeah.
figure. Beth, God bless. Keep my
Um,
number.
okay.
Thank
Hey,
you.
I might. You got a minute?
Yeah, of course.
My stepson is he's more in residential real estate, but one of his builders also owns a building that has a laundromat. He's looking at selling the building, but I didn't know if that was something that it, he might get a better. I think he owns and operates it. Might be a better deal for him to lease it out and then sell the building leased up.
Wait a minute. Frankly, I'm confused, and I apologize. Tell me that who is this and what are they doing?
Okay, he's a builder, but he also owns a building where he has a laundromat,
Your nephew.
and it's my understanding he wanted to sell the building, he also operates the laundromat himself. But I was just thinking he might lease the laundromat.
Oh, of course.
And then
Well, look, you
sell the
know
building.
what has to make sense for the landlord, right? We're talking about characters in this Greek tragedy. So we've got the landlord, and you said it's your nephew?
It's my stepson.
Your stepson.
Deals with this building.
Okay, so
Yeah.
family. So your stepson owns the building, and he's
No,
operating.
He represents a builder that owns the building.
Okay, so he knows a guy who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors. All right, got it. But he's important to you, and he operates the laundromat. Isn't thrilled with the money he's making, I'm guessing.
I just don't think he wants to fool with it.
Yeah. Well, fooling with $40,000 a month is pretty. People are typically happy with that.
Well, I don't really know how much he doesn't even know what he makes off of it. I don't know that he's operating. I don't even know anything about it. I just know that my stepson has called me asked me about buyers for it. And I said, well, do you have any financials? I don't have any information. I just, when you talked about laundry.
Let's do this. Have him call me. You've got my cell phone number.
Yep.
And I'm going to send you an email. No pressure. I'm not going to, but look, if he's not, what is his name?
Mike Robertson.
Okay. If Mike is no longer interested in operating the laundry, we will go have a look at it if we haven't already seen it. And we will discuss terms. And then Mike becomes the hero because he goes back to the landlord and he says, look, I've got these guys that want to lease the space from you. And, you know, it might be, our rent is not typically commensurate with the area. We can't pay what is the normal typical rate because it's a laundry. And we're going to try to beat him up on the rent, of course. Why? Because we have to retool the store. You know what I'm after? Infrastructure, the gas, water, electric, it's there. That's what I'm after.
Yeah.
So no pressure. I don't even know the address, but have Mike reach out. You've got my cell phone and you've got my email. We would love to chat him up and see if we can't have him go in there and say, we've got a group that really wants to run this place differently. That's what we do.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for the time, Beth.
All right.
Let me know. Cheers. So you know what's interesting about that? There's a turning point, David, where I could say, why don't you have Mike go YouTube how to run a successful laundromat?
Please don't. I want it.
But I'm looking out for you. It's really hard for me not to flip that switch and say, good Lord, your son-in-law. So that means, let me do the math. That means that her daughter married this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't want to mess with it.
Would you like to know a little bit about it?
He don't
I know
want to
about this building. I just didn't put it on the list yet.
Oh, you think you know which store it is?
Oh, I do. Yeah. It's on my future coming stores. If these didn't work out, maybe I should kick myself in the butt for not putting it on there sooner.
Okay. Well, look, put it into the document for next week. Put it at the top of the list because we will likely remember this conversation. But I told you the first part of this, which is, man, it's hard for me not to say, bro, but do I want to sell the guy a course? No, that's not the way it works. It's just ironic to me in every way, shape, or form that someone's running I mean, dude, if somebody's cousin's uncle's nephew handed me the keys to an ice cream parlor, I would probably go YouTube how to run an ice cream parlor. I just would.
All that stopped them is the homeless people. It's on by itself for like $300,000. They won't even talk to you.
Oh my goodness!
You got $200,000. The reviews show bugs. People have taken pictures of roaches, dead roaches on the floor.
All right. Well, here's the teaser. Look, this is different. All right. On the flip side of that, you have the mother-in-law who's now going to go to Mike and say, look, I just talked to some cat who seems like he knows what the heck he's doing. Well, Mom, I've been trying to sell it for 300K. Put all that information in there. And next week, we can reach out to her if he hasn't called, written, or emailed me.
Okay.
This is the
And
look.
she said that
You
he
scouted
asked
this
her about
laundromat,
it.
and there's no way to outwardly walk up to this laundromat or that laundromat and look at it and know all of this. The only way to know all of this is to speak to the right people, and they'll give you the information. They'll tell you what's going on. I mean, look, let's just talk about this store. The operator is month to month. She told us that. The operator wants to sell the laundromat for 300K, and the air conditioning doesn't work. We learned that from the attendant. But why do you think he didn't fix the AC? Why do you think that the landlords didn't fix the AC? Because they're gonna level the building.
Well, the person who worked the operator on that Sunday told me that they think they're going to level it and make it parking for the new ball field that's a few blocks up.
I can't blame the guy. Look, all the signage is gone. They've removed it. The equipment in there. The guy, he next it'll be an asset sale. You know how it goes because the bulldozers are coming. Soda and snack machines.
That other location, I found the property owner's phone number in the database in my work, part of the services we sell. So obviously I don't share that with them publicly, but basically the bad Google reviews are homeless people bothered me when I was in there and I saw.
Okay, I know you're excited about that store, but we are going to let this. We're going to allow this to marinate because we did have a good conversation with her. Let's see if Mike reaches out to me after I send the email.
Cool.
Talk to you next week.
Thank you, Danny. Have a good one.
A lot going on. And really in this one particular call, you'll see the dichotomy that goes on with these operators. I don't know if this individual purchased this laundromat or not. Doesn't matter. I don't know if they bought it 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades ago. Doesn't matter. What I do know is if I was looking to purchase a laundromat, I would find this store for $300,000. Then what? I'm supposed to go shake the hand of this operator and give him, I don't know, a non-refundable $10,000 earnest money check and then start doing my due diligence? Then the store will be eventually sold as an asset sale. But the truth is, why would you ever buy a business where you don't own the dirt and not deal with the landlord first? I just learned to cut out the middleman and not deal with the operator at all. If they're selling their business, they're selling a failure. You heard the words spoken by the right people. Oh, you know what? Go across town. Talk to my son-in-law because he has another store that he doesn't want to mess with. But it's for sale for $300K too. Why is it always $300,000? You know what $300,000 equals? Free. Click the link in the description, follow the channel first, then get the course. This is the end all be all. I don't have a plan B. The sky is falling. Crypto crashing. Calling the president of the United States Jimmy Carter is an insult to Jimmy Carter. There is no end in sight to this. You know what those of us that own cash laundromats are doing? Raking in that money. You want a coin laundry? Do it this way. Mike isn't going to find my channel. It's an infinitesimal fly speck in the universe of laundromats, and that's fine by me. I'm no saint. I charge for what I do. You want the knowledge? I've got a free newsletter on the website. It's free. I'm not the guy that says, you know what, buy the course, buy the book. Buy this, buy that. There's going to be another thing. There's no other thing, because I have built on that course, been in the business 20 years, have my fingers on the pulse of more laundromats than anyone on the planet. Guaranteed. Looking at pictures of thousands of stores a week. You know what's funny? They're all the same. Be it Puerto Rico, France, Poland, or Tennessee. You want to look back on your life and say, well, this is when I became a millionaire. What's the plan? I have one for you. Laundromats. But you won't buy them. You'll scoop them up through a lease negotiation. I'm Danny. I got to get back to work.